Well, if you've lived in bear country for any time at all, you probably know the importance of carrying bear spray in the backcountry.
Now, MTN's John Shearer explains why you may need to consider carrying it year-round.
As you trudge through the snow in deep winter, you may not be thinking much about bears, but maybe you should.
It was pretty astounding.
Look at this photo taken just a week ago here in Yellowstone. It shows a grizzly out and about in the middle of winter.
We get reports of bear activity every month of the year.
Yellowstone bear biologist Kerry Gunther tells us seeing a bear in January or February can happen. It's just not very common. So about now, you're thinking, well, it has been a warm winter.
You know, hibernation is really based more on a seasonal reduction in food availability.
And thanks to wolves, more food can be available in winter.
So most of the time when we see a bear out really early or late, they're cleaning up wolf kills.
This bear might have been doing that, but not when Divine Kerbo and her friend saw it.
He seemed a little lethargic. He took a couple paces from where we originally saw him and then just sat down and kind of dreamed off into space and didn't move for a while.
Divine says she and her friends felt safe because they were about 300 yards away and the animal didn't notice them. She did have bear spray, but doesn't always carry it in the winter.
Most definitely, I'll be carrying it a lot more often.
And she's not the only one.
I generally carry my bear spray from March through December, but it's probably a good idea to start carrying it in January and February now.
And there's something else that's different about bears in Yellowstone Park right now. Just like the human population in the United States, they're aging.
In Yellowstone National Park, we have very low rates of human-caused mortality, so our bear population, our bears live a little older.
To protect those older bears, the park, for nearly 50 years now, religiously keeps bears away from people food.
That's really resulted in the park being a lot safer for visitors.
Gunther says from the 1930s to the 1960s, the park averaged 38 bear-caused cases of property damage a year and 48 bear attacks a year. Those were mostly connected to people feeding bears from vehicles. Since that changed in the 1970s, the park sees fewer than a dozen incidents of bear-caused property damage and an average of just one bear-inflicted human injury per year. Gunther has 3 big rules for staying safe from bears in Yellowstone. Number 1, hike in groups of 3 or more.
Almost none of our injuries ever involve a group of 3 or more people.
Make noise when you approach a blind spot on a trail.
Just so the bear is aware that you're coming.
And carry bear spray.
Bear spray's been over 90% effective.
But it's important to know how to use it.
Did a bear spray handling course through REI.
Park officials are reaching out to Divine to confirm her bear sighting. If they can, it'll be the first bear that has been seen outside its den since the first of the year. In Yellowstone National Park, John Shearer, MTN News.
And my daughter and I were lucky enough to see 2 bear cubs right before Christmas.
Wow,
inside the park.
That is so cool.
Yep.
That's like my my Montana bucket
It's
list.
good stuff.
I've seen them in the Great Smokies, but not here in Montana.
Well, take your bear spray.
I do.
12 months out of the year now.
Thanks to you and Matt Elwell, I have
months
bear
out of the
spray
year.
now. I was clueless until
There you
then.
go.
There you go. Speaking of